Hello and welcome back to the KenOhwee Channel. It's another Toys News Talk episode where we talk about any upcoming action figures that could be exciting. So without further ado, let's start with the big news. Mafex number 122, Captain America Infinity War Edition. Holding off on SH Figuarts Captain America paid off. Yes it did. Look at the reward. Finally a Captain America with all the right accessories and more. Even though it's based on a movie that was released like 2 years ago, but Mafex waited and thought, well, if no one is going to give the people the proper Captain America, let's give it to them. So here we are. And to see not one but two versions of the vibranium shields, that's already enough for me to click the pre-order button. The only concerns I have for this figure is that the shoulders look a little too rounded, and as you all know from the Mafex figures, if this figure is riddled with loose joints, then it doesn't matter what they do with how it looks, it'll be a disappointing figure overall. Let's cross our fingers and pray. This figure is scheduled to come October 2020 for $80. Mafex number 123, Catwoman Hush version. This is another figure coming out from the popular Batman Hush comic series, and is a figure to keep the Hush Batman figure company, which is scheduled to be released very soon. From the promotional pictures, she looks really good, plenty of accessories provided, and the sculpt is beautiful with her voluptuous curves. And it'll be interesting to see what their take on a female figure will look like. I really hope they would give her more ab articulation than the Marvel Legends series. If not, a Catwoman with limited articulation just won't go well with Catwoman fans. This figure is coming to you in October of 2020 as well for $80. Dark Knight 112 action figure. This almost went under the radar for me. A new Dark Knight action figure is coming from the Dark Knight movie that was released in 2008. Why? This is from a studio I've not heard before, Soap Studios. Their employees must be a stickler for hygiene. This figure looks a little like Masker with the absence of joint cuts on their figures, but they are providing almost if not all the accessories that was featured in the movie, so that's a nice bonus. From the promo images, it doesn't seem like this figure can move very much, like I haven't seen any of the images showing the arms going forward further than an elbow bend, or legs just slightly forwards, which is concerning, and that face. Something is a little off with the face. And it wouldn't be such a huge issue if the price didn't come out as being almost $150. Ooh, that's more expensive than a Masco figure. Licensing fee must be tough. Well, if you're interested, he's coming out in June 2020. Hot Toys Batman Arkham Knight Batman Beyond version. I never talk about Hot Toys because they're really expensive to collect, but I'm a huge fan of the Batman Arkham game, and particularly the Batman Beyond suit. And when I found out they were releasing this suit in a figure form, I just have to talk about it. Even though I know I wouldn't be able to afford it, but just look at him. He looks like the devil himself. I always talk about how badass some figures look, but this figure makes all of them look like babies. This is the king of badass. You could put this figure on an altar and pray to him because of how badass it looks. Of course, it'll cost you over $300. Ooh, there goes my rent money. No, I shall be disciplined. But man, I really want this figure. If you can afford it, he's coming to you in March 2021. Of course, we can't have a TNT episode without talking about SH Figuarts. First off, SH Figuarts Harley Quinn Birds of Prey edition is coming out in March 2020, a month after the movie is released. And you know, with SH Figuarts, when they're releasing a figure this early, then there's a chance this figure won't be as accurate to the movie counterpart since they're relying on concept images as reference for their figure design. However, if the movie stayed loyal to the concept art, then we shouldn't have any issues. But you have to be a hardcore Harley Quinn fan to want this figure, cause we already got a very solid figure the first time around. And this retro look with the hair, although looking like the movies, isn't working for me. But if you're still going for it, it'll cost you about $50. SH Figuarts Jinyu. Ah yes, of course. They won't let a year go by without releasing a Dragon Ball figure. Where else will they make all that money? Anyway, we have Captain Jinyu from the Jinyu Force. Look at the size of his Dragon Ball. No pun intended. You know, this figure is super poseable when he can pull off his classic pose from the anime. And that's enough to give me nightmares. It's good to know they are giving all their love and care to this figure, just like any other Dragon Ball figures, and he's not overly priced, coming to you at about $65 in July 2020. Hopefully they'll release the rest of his squad soon. SH Figure Arts Goku Kaioken version. How can we not get a Goku figure? Obviously, we need someone to go toe-to-toe with Jinyu, and we have it, but it is the Kaioken version, because, well, we already have the normal figure release. And there's not much to say about this figure because the figure speaks for itself. It's Goku. It's coming in June 2020 and it'll cost you only $35. And as usual, it's pre-order sold out. So if you want this figure, better start looking for it at your local toy store. And that concludes today's TNT episode. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, consider lending your support by hitting that like and subscribe button. We're really close to 16,000 subscribers. So let's get it. Also, tell me which figure you're excited for in the comment section down below. Thank you all very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you all in the next video. Click here for video 1. Click here for video 2. Click here to subscribe. Click it. Thank you for watching. Arigato. Thank you.